this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy I use to test new products using Facebook ads with their own CBO optimization method. Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Okay, so as you can see the title of the video, it's going to be looking at Facebook ad strategy and the actual method I use to actually test new products when I find them on AliExpress or wherever I find the new products. Okay, so before we start, as always, I'm going to give away the free one-on-one consulting call. Just comment master plan down below. That's master plan in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell, and then you'll be entered to win, guys. I'm going to announce the winner once this video hits 15 likes, like the last one. Then I'll announce it when this video hits 15 likes. Okay, so let's not waste any time and let's get into it. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to do it on the online whiteboard because the whiteboard behind me, the markers are too skinny and I'm afraid you won't see it. Okay, so I'm going to pull an Alex Becker on this. So actually, if you never actually checked out any of his videos, he's really good for anything to do with mindset and just that side of things. I think his really recent videos are really good. But anyway, okay, so say your product, you're selling it for around $50. Okay, so we're just going to do this as an example. Usually you want to aim for a product to sell for having at least an average order value of $50 nowadays with Facebook ads. Okay, the costs are always going up, so you really do need that extra bit of room to play with. Okay, so if the product costs around 50, right at the campaign level, that's where you're going to set basically the schedule, and you're going to set how much you're going to spend in your CBO. Okay, so the way a CBO works is it's basically going to optimize it, as in it's going to spend accordingly to which it thinks it's best to spend in. Okay, so if an interest isn't, if that interest you target isn't giving you great results, it's going to stop putting some money over there and it's going to start putting some money over there, and it's going to test these, and if one is really showing interest, you're getting lots of engagement and great results off your ad, it's going to go towards, the money will go towards that basically, right? Okay, so you have your campaign, you're going to set it at what I would start usually, it depends how many ad sets you're going to have, but if you, for this instant, I always start minimum 3 ad sets. Okay, so if we're having a minimum 3 ad sets, we want to start this at around $30 to $50 per day. Okay, that's how much it's going to cost you per day, guys, right? And usually you're going to test this for around 2 to 3 days, but you can know sooner depending on how you're reading your metrics, right? So then you're going to come down here and you're going to have 1, 2, and these are going to be your ad sets. Okay, so within these ad sets, you're going to leave everything broad. Okay, you're going to target men and women, you're going to target ages from, usually I would start at over 25, and depending. Okay, but you always want to go broad, 25 up to 65 plus, leave everything broad. Okay, target whichever countries you like. You can do the top 5: Australia, Ireland, UK, United States, Canada, or you can do worldwide and exclude different countries like China, India, and Malaysia and things like that. Okay, but yeah, so in these ad sets, what you're gonna do is you're gonna have single interests, guys. You're not gonna target a load of different interests. So say your product is in the pet niche. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna type in, you can either Google different pet brands, you can go for magazines, you can go websites, you can go for people, you can go for a famous dog trainer, anything that's gonna come up in your detailed targeting in Facebook in your ad account, right? So what you're gonna do, one interest. Okay, one interest here, that is a terrible one and one. Okay, and then what you're gonna do, so the reason for doing this, guys, is because if you put in multiple interests and say this, you're getting a cost per purchase of $8 and your product costs whatever it is, and you're making say $20. Okay, you don't know which, it's going to be hard to scale because you don't know which interest that came from, right? So if you do one interest, you know, well, and you know if it's a good one or it's a bad one, right? So say this one is doing poorly, what you're going to do after say 3 days, you're going to start killing ads. But usually with CBOs, actually, sorry, scratch that, with CBOs, you don't really have to start killing them. Sometimes it's better not to kill them. Okay, so the great strategy for a beginner is don't actually touch your ad sets, okay? Because that can actually mess up your optimization, especially when you're scaling, okay? So even if something is poorly, it's performing poorly, just leave it, okay? Just leave it for the time being, right? So within these 3 ad sets, where this is where you're doing all your targeting and basically who you're going after, you are gonna have then 2 to 3, okay? So 2 to 3, that is a terrible 3, okay? Ads, okay? So these are your ads, right? And it's the same here, 2, 2, and the same here, okay? So 2 ads, 2 to 3, okay? It doesn't really matter. I usually go for 3 depending, but you want at least 2, okay? So no more than 3, no less than 2. And what you're gonna do here in your ads is you're only gonna change one thing at a time, right? So say you have a video, you found a video, and it's about this, like the dog launcher toy I was showing you in a previous video, okay? If you haven't watched that, click this link here. That's a really good video. It shows a great example of what a winning product is, guys, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna change the first, like say, you can change the first 3 seconds. Obviously the start of the video is always the most important because that's the hook, okay? The hook is what's really gonna stop them and say, you know, look at this product, okay? Because if you don't catch them in their tracks, they're only scrolling through Facebook feeds, maybe looking for something funny to laugh at, or, you know, a bit of gossip to look at, right? So anyway, yeah, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna change the first 10 seconds of the video and you're gonna put that in, you're gonna have 2 different videos, okay? So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? But these guys, all these here, they are the same, okay? And all these here, they are the same, okay? So that is the way you want to test, okay? So this is going to be really broad here, okay? On the ad set level, that is broad, guys, okay? Because the reason for this is, don't just guess who your ideal customer is. Let Facebook do that for you, okay? Because then you can go to your Google Analytics, you can go to your Facebook Analytics, and you can check who is actually showing interest in your product, who's buying your product, okay? Where is your money being spent and not, where are you not seeing your return, okay? So leave it broad there, guys. And you're only gonna change one thing at a time. What you wanna do then is, you wanna let this run for at least 2 to 3 days, okay? Depending, this is of course if you have, make sure your ads are good, okay? So your ads here, that when people are looking on Facebook, everything looks good, it looks clean, it's not messy, it's one emoji, not bombarded, and it's bad English, and that's not gonna work, okay? So make sure this is good, and once you send them to the product page, that is good, okay? And that's your best chance. And obviously your targeting here is as detailed as possible, okay? So that is where you're gonna do your guessing. And yeah, so what you're gonna do is you can set up as many of these campaigns as you can, or as you like, okay? So you could set up maybe 3 of these campaigns, but I usually like to just start on 1 campaign and really focus in on and think, where are my customers? Like, where is it gonna be more suited towards, you know, if you're selling a pet toy and there's some big pet brand, that'll be a really good one to target compared to something that's more general to do with you know, something else, right? Okay, so that is how you test products, guys. That's basically the basics, and that is my go-to, okay? Depending, say this product is worth, it's not 50, you're selling it for 150, okay? What you want to do then is you want to bump this up, okay? You want to bump that up to around $50 to $100 per day, and you want to run that for 2 to 3 days, and don't really kill it, okay? You're gonna use your head on this one, guys, because you're gonna know if the product isn't performing well, okay? Look at the add to carts, look at the initiate checkouts, look at the click-through rates, look at the engagement the post is getting. Sometimes it depends on the product. I'm always telling you guys to go after the winning product and the products that do well in that sense, that have lots of engagement. But I'm running a store now and it doesn't get any engagement, these ads, but it converts really well, and it's just it's an ordinary product, okay? But I know for a fact I'm the only one selling this product, and I order this product in bulk, okay? So yeah, so that is how you do this, right? So then once you start getting consistent sales, okay, You can start killing, if you see it's spending a lot of money on a certain ad set, okay, and it's not giving you any return, just kill it, okay? But say, for example, it is spending, it's not, you're not really seeing any results, but it's maybe it's okay, it's breaking even. Sometimes I just like to leave them, because what you'll find happen if you do kill them ad sets, the whole campaign just it performs really poor, okay? And that's not what you want, right? So what you want to do then is, when you have your ad sets, or your ads, every single month, when you are getting to that level and you have reached, say, 75 to 100 sales, that's when I like to start running lookalike audiences. I know some people would say more, but that's when I run my lookalike audiences, 75 to 100, and see what Facebook can do with that data, right? What you want to do then is you want to try to avoid anything to do with ad fatigue, okay? So that's basically when your sales are going like this and then they just go boom, okay? So the reason for this usually is ad fatigue, and you're not getting the same engagement, you're not getting the same buzz out of your ads. So the best thing to do, guys, is make sure you're always changing this here, okay? This here, and you want to do that at the start, right? So you want to keep this up and you want to keep it going, right? And usually if you've been changing, then depending on the product, okay, if it's a hot product, if it's a trending product, that's when you really want to change this. You want to look at your analytics, okay? Look at your analytics and see who's actually buying your product, okay? So if it's mainly 50 to 60-year-olds, and you can see that's where you're getting your most profit and that's where you're getting the biggest return, start scaling it in this way, and stop targeting people that you're not getting that return. You're not getting as good of a return, because the goal here, guys, is to squeeze as much profit as possible, right? So just make sure when you are scaling that every single month you are changing something new here, okay? So you always want to keep that high ROAS, guys, right? So what would you do? You can change your ad copy, you can change the video, you can change, that's basically it. You can change your ad copy, the video, you can maybe use images, you can use carousels, okay? You can use different placements if you like, right? But that's what you really want to be doing, changing the video, changing your ad copy, and they're the two main ones that are going to work. And there's so many ways you can change your ad copy. You can literally target people in a different way. You can call them out in a different way depending on the product, right? So it's all product dependent. But yeah, that is it. That's pretty much it, guys. So hope I brought you some value, and I hope you can test this out and let me know how you get on with it if you do start using this strategy. It's just a very simple strategy. You don't have to overcomplicate Facebook ads, okay? The main thing, like when you use a strategy like this, it takes away a bit of the stress. People put too much, not emphasis, this is key when scaling, of course, but the biggest thing is your product. Like it really is. If you don't have you can have a really great product with shit ads and not a great store, and you can scale that to 50 grand a month, okay? But if you have a bad product with great ads, a great store, it doesn't matter, because the customer is going to get a bad product. You're going to get bad feedback, or if they don't like the product, they're going to your ad quality is going to go down, okay? So that's why always product selection is key, because you have to, if people keep clicking on your ad and they're saying that's bad, report to Facebook. Facebook is just going to drive your costs up, and I've seen this happen with a product I was going to do, and it turned out the product wasn't great, and someone else was already drop shipping it, and people were reporting this, and my Facebook costs just went through the roof. Okay, so that happens, guys. So just be careful when you are choosing your product, and make sure you choose a product that you would actually buy, that you can see why people would buy it. Don't just choose a product because you think you can sell it or whatever, because at the end of the day you're selling it to actual people, human beings, and you want to give them a good quality product and a good customer experience. Anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it and I hope it brought you some value. Just remember, if you want to win the one-on-one consulting call with me, just comment master plan in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and then you'll be entered to win, guys. I really do appreciate every single one of you watching this video. And yeah, so I will see you in the next